Hey everyone, it's Tim Horgan, the service manager from Debug Pest Control. And today we're talking about mice and how as it gets colder in the winter, they start making their way into your home. And one of the first places they're going to try and get into your home is your garage. So today we're out at a customer's house to take a look at their garage and see some potential access points, how they might get mice in their garage, and some things they can do to prevent it, and also some things we can do to prevent it. So when trying to get mice out of your garage, it comes down to two components. The first component is going to be excluding mice. So what do I mean? I mean keeping mice out. So a lot of ways this can be done by adjusting things, by repairing damaged flashing, making sure your garage door sweep is level, that it meets with the ground flush and there's no gaps underneath. It's very easy to do this by going inside the garage, turning the lights off, closing the garage, and then you'll see if there's light penetrating or coming through the garage. Really making sure this garage door is intact and in good shape is really going to do a ton of difference in making it much more rodent-proof and making it so mice aren't getting into your home. All right. You also want to check if you have any doors, like this customer has a door that leads into the garage, a standard homeowner door. So you're going to want to look at the door sweep on that door. This door sweep's damaged. It's beat up. If we come down over here and take a look, we can see down here that that door sweep is not going to be doing much to keep mice out. So it's certainly something that I would talk to the customer about, recommending maybe adjusting the door sweep, repairing it, making sure mice can't get underneath it. So these are all super important into making sure that new mice can't get into your garage, and making sure that now we can go inside and we can control the population that's in there and eliminate the rodent issue. So let's go take a look inside. So now here we are inside the customer's garage. So now we've excluded the outside of the home to make sure no new mice population is coming in, but we do have to take care of the existing population that's in the garage. So one of the most effective ways to do that is using something very traditional, very old-fashioned, but it works great, is setting up snap traps. So when you're setting up snap traps, you go along the interior perimeter of the garage where you're seeing evidence of the mice. So if you're finding droppings, often they can be found in corners. A lot of times they can be found right by these doorways where they're getting in. And what I would do is I would set my traps up right where maybe the mice be coming in through the door, where we're seeing some light come in. I'm going to have the traps right there so that the mice that are now trying to get back out, when they go to that area to get out, because they've been using that as a common runway, now they won't be able to get out because you've excluded the outside to make sure they can't get out. So now they're more likely to go to the trap. You hit the trap, you remove that mouse, and now you don't have new mice coming in, and you're eliminating the mouse population you currently have inside the garage. Other important things you want to do is you want to take a look at what are you keeping in your garage. So this customer here is keeping straw in his garage. All right. The problem with keeping straw in the garage is that's going to be very much an attractant to mice. So it's okay to keep things like that, because I understand people have different needs and they're going to have different things in their home at time. But you want to make sure you're storing it properly. You want it in hard containers that mice can't gain access to, and you want to be monitoring that throughout the winter. All right, because that's going to help you identify if there are mice in the garage, and that's also going to be something that's going to draw mice to the garage. So make sure you're sealing up everything, eliminating food sources inside the garage or anything that they might be going to. That, again, is going to force them now to go to those traps that you've set up, eliminating that population. So if you exclude the outside and then you eliminate the population on the inside, it should eliminate any issues with rodents in your home. Now, all this being said, any customer could do on their own, any client, any individual. You could do these things at your home. Often, though, I would recommend calling a professional, particularly when it comes to your garage door sweep. I think a lot of people have a misconception that garage door sweeps are very easy to switch out, when in fact there's actually a little bit more work to it. So a lot of times having a professional come in, they can do that repair much quicker for you, and they can also make sure that you're using the right type of equipment, so the right garage door sweep to make sure rodents aren't getting in. They can come in and they can help you identify those sources that are drawing the mice in, if there's food sources, if there's obvious openings on the outside that need to be addressed, if there's nesting material that they're going after. A professional can come in and identify those for you, and then they can also help you with a trapping program. Where do I place my traps? How do I set my traps? How do I reset my traps? So in all those cases, I do advise bringing a professional in. It can make the process of eliminating the mouse population in your home much smoother. So if you do have mice in your garage, or you're worried you have mice in your garage, give Debug Pest Control a call so we can come out and take a look and come up with a plan for you.